You know, that to me, the career action interview or the informational interview is, you know, it's like it supplements what I'm doing with the job hunt, because well, fundraising, for example, they still kill me. They don't reply. They don't. You know, they don't. It astounds me, organizations that, you know, want people to come and apply and then take 6, 8, 10 months to get back to them. I don't know if are folks experiencing that with a lot of it's out there. It's just, to me, it's just, you know, really rude. Haven't been on both sides. Haven't hired people and you know, haven't been hired. But so, you know, while I'm waiting around, you know, I'm out talking to, you know, different people in the field to you know, find out what's out there, because a lot of stuff isn't advertised. And treat it like any other, you know, interview. You know, ask for a referral. You know, be sure to send a thank you card. You know, stay up with them. So.
Can I?
Yeah.
With regard to ask for a referral or say a testimonial letter, the best way to get a testimonial letter is to first is ask the people, would you write me one? And it's also better, if you've got a job and you're leaving, it's better to get one before you've gone, but it's not that big a deal if you're already gone. But then the thing you can do is to write your own letter. And it does a couple things. Number one, the person that you're asking to write one, that's a chore. They've got to sit there and be creative and think about it and get around to it and so forth. So if you beat them to the punch and put it together, or, you know, a rough draft of it, you've done them a favor. Plus, you made it say what you wanted it to say, and nobody knows you like you know you. So, hope that makes sense. But this.
And then you ask them to sign it.
Huh?
Then
Well, no, you don't couch it the way that I wrote it for you. You know, I put some thoughts together for you. You know, kind of like this is a rough draft, and I'm sure you'll, you know, work it over. But what my experience is, if you've done it, you've done a decent job, they're going to give it to you exactly the way he gave it to you.
Exactly.
Would the flip side being that you're applying somewhere and they get 3 identical reference letters signed by different people?
I'm sorry? Oh, if you get 3 letters and they all sound the same? Is that what you're asking?
Right.
Well, you just have to make them a little different each time. Let me tell you where I'm coming from on this. I was in the elevator business, and I don't want to make this too long-winded, but our biggest threat in the service part of the business was when somebody, you know, the mom and pop company came in, and I was with a major company, and said, we can do the same thing they can do for half the price. And we'd lose business occasionally. But then when we got it back, because they got their fingers burned with the low price, we wanted to be able to share that story. So I would always get a testimonial letter when you got somebody that came back to you. And yeah, you're right, if they all sound the same, that would be a little suspicious. So you always got to make them just a little bit different.
Again, that's one area that lets you get out, get in front of people, get in front of different people. They start to know you, and it's a much more relaxed interview if you just, you know, because one, everybody likes to talk about themselves. So if I sat down and you said, hey, tell me how you got to be where you are. How did you do it? Dude, you know, you're going on, right? So it's a much more relaxed. I think it helps with the interviewing when you get to that point. And then, you know, all the tactics you use there are still applicable when you get on the actual job interview. The other thing, we really have to go where the jobs are. And as I said kiddingly, there's got to be a professional organization for just about everything out there. And whether it be manufacturing, packaging, finance, sales, health and human services, healthcare, they're out there. Different places you can look. The Business Journal. The Business Journal, you pick it up every Friday, a couple bucks. There are leads group. How many have ever joined a leads group? How many have ever been in a leads group? How many know what a leads group is? No? Okay. Let me tell you about it. I'm talking about a leads group. I ran a leads group for 10 years, and what that is different folks from different arenas, sales, mine was a sales leads group, but it could be in any arena. I was in telephone sales, I had a copier sales person, a staffing person, a direct mail person. We all met weekly. And using our sphere of influence, people we worked with or customers, we were aware of companies opening up, companies starting, companies moving, companies growing, companies changing. And that became a lead. It could be a cold lead, hey, I heard this company's opening up, to, hey, I just installed a copier for this company, they really hate their phone system, Brady, call them right away, they're expecting your call. So from a warm, what we call a warm lead, referral to cold calling. And then I ran the lead, it's called Fast Track Leads. We ran it, I ran it for 10 years. And we met every week. And at the height of our meeting, we would generate probably 40 leads a week for about 25 people. So we had about 25 people in the group. We met every week, and we would generate leads. And it was a great way to generate business. But I also got a lot of calls from job hunters. They wanted to come in. Again, remember, the code word is go where the jobs are. Okay, leads groups have people that are working. And if you go through the Business Journal and go down, there's a leads group meeting just about every breakfast, lunch, and dinner of every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. All right? Find one in your area, call them up. Hey, could I come to your leads group? I'm job hunting. I always sincerely welcome every job. I says, yes, bring your resume, bring your cards, come meet the group, because guess what? They just had access to 25 different companies who were doing business with at least 25 different companies. All right, so you can expand your network quickly. Charlotte Observer, business, career alumni. Here's people that are on the move. Jimmy Bruns joined Charlotte office of GMR Marketing as Vice President for Business Development. All right, Jimmy Bruns probably just left a job. So you might want to call him up and congratulate him and say, oh, by the way, where'd you leave? Is that job still open? Yeah. Landscaping company, Ken Fedlock was promoted to payroll manager, Premier Healthcare Resources. There's a guy you may want to call, Alan. Say, hey, congratulations. Tell me more. Ken Fenchak was promoted to payroll manager, Premier Healthcare Resources. I don't know what they do.
Well, Premier Healthcare, somebody might want to chime in. That's a major organization that just recently moved their headquarters to Charlotte. They're in the hospital purchasing, group purchasing business, and that kind of thing. Actually, they've had an operation here, but they moved, I think, their corporate office from San Diego here. So it's a big organization.
Well, good news. That's why I asked everybody what they were doing, so as I see things, I can kind of key in. Kate and Ellie Naylor joined as a recruiter and staffing consultant. So, Alan, you probably want to call Kate. Say, hey, congratulations. Oh, by the way, can I send you a resume?
Sorry, what was her name? Kate who?
Nellie Naylor. I'll give you this. You got Planet Central Advertising, Gantt Human Architects, Optima Engineering, and Construction Administrator. Dan Ransom just joined Optima. I don't know anything about them, but with a little research, you found out what they do, what they're about, and gee, there's a guy that you might want to talk to that's in engineering, manufacturing, mill.